What if I told you that just 1 hour a day could completely transform your life? Not 12 hours, not grinding until you burn out, just 60 focused minutes. Sounds unbelievable, right? But let me ask you this. How many hours do you spend scrolling TikTok, checking emails that don't matter, or binge watching shows that leave you feeling empty? Imagine if you redirected just one of those hours every day into building your skills, your body, your wealth, your relationships. Where would you be a year from now? Here's the truth. 1 hour a day, when used with intention, is enough to reinvent yourself. Welcome to this audiobook-style summary of 1 hour a day is enough. In the next 35 minutes, we're breaking down powerful, practical insights designed for 2025 so you can stop wasting time and start creating real change with just one focused hour a day. And here's something special. If you leave a comment on this video, we have a secret gift waiting for you from this channel. I won't reveal what it is yet, but trust me, it's worth it. So stay tuned and make sure you share your thoughts below. The myth of endless hustle. Let's start by shattering a myth. We've been told that success requires 80-hour weeks, no sleep, and total sacrifice. But in reality, most people don't fail because they don't have enough hours. They fail because they waste the ones they do have. Think about Sarah, a 29-year-old working hybrid in New York. She complained she had no time for fitness. She worked 9 hours a day, spent 2 hours commuting, and by evening, she collapsed on the couch. But one day, she committed to just 1 hour of focused training after work. No excuses. Within 6 months, she wasn't just stronger physically. She had more energy, more confidence, and even better performance at her job. Lesson: it wasn't about working out all day. It was about consistency. One intentional hour created massive change. Choose one area of your life you've been neglecting. Today, commit to one focused hour, just one. Why 1 hour works. The science. Why does 1 hour work? Because of focus. The average adult in 2025 spends over 3 hours per day on social media. Yet studies show the human brain can achieve deep focus in short, structured blocks, often between 45 and 90 minutes. It's not about marathon sessions. It's about consistent sprints. One focused hour a day equals 365 hours a year. That's over 9 full work weeks of progress on one skill, one project, or one goal. Think about that. 9 weeks of uninterrupted progress while everyone else wastes their time. Schedule your hour. Put it in your calendar like a meeting. Treat it as sacred. The power of small compounding habits. Here's where most people go wrong. They underestimate compounding. They want big results now, so they quit when an hour feels too small. But compounding transforms small investments into massive results. John, a college student in Chicago, spent 1 hour a day learning to code on YouTube and practicing with AI tools. His friends laughed. What's 1 hour going to do? 2 years later, John landed a 6-figure remote job. While his friends were still sending out resumes, 1 hour a day. That was it. Lesson: small steps, done consistently, compound into life-changing leaps. Pick one skill that excites you, something valuable in 2025, like coding, content creation, AI, design, or leadership. Dedicate your daily hour to it, cutting the noise, finding your hour, but I don't have an hour. That's the number one excuse. Let's be real. Yes, you do. You're just giving it to the wrong things. The average American spends 2.5 hours a day scrolling TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube shorts. Netflix? another 2 hours a day on average. Commutes, endless emails, pointless meetings, the list goes on. Maria, a 35-year-old mom of two, thought she had no time. Between her job and family, she was stretched thin. But she realized she was watching 2 hours of TV every night. She cut it to one and used the extra hour to start an online business. Within a year, that side hustle was paying her mortgage. Audit your day. Track where your time goes. Cut one distraction. That's your hour. Share in the comments. What's the biggest distraction you could cut to free 1 hour a day? The hour of deep work. Not all hours are equal. Scrolling while half asleep doesn't count. Your hour must be deep work. No distractions, no notifications, no multitasking. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, often says, "You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems." One system is your hour of deep work. For example, a young lawyer blocked 1 hour every morning for focused study. Within months, she was outperforming peers who worked longer but never deeply. Create a ritual. Phone on airplane mode, noise-canceling headphones, one clear task. That's your power hour. The rule of 3 areas. Here's a framework. Divide your life into 3 areas: health, wealth, and relationships. Dedicate your daily hour to rotating between them. One day, invest in fitness. Next, study finance or work on your career. Another day, strengthen your relationships with family or friends. Carlos, a tech worker, used this system. Mondays and Wednesdays, he trained at the gym. Tuesdays and Thursdays, he worked on his online course. Fridays, he spent a focused hour on date night planning with his partner. The result? Balanced, sustainable growth in all areas of life. Decide your 3 priorities. Create a weekly schedule for your hour. Engagement. Break. What would you focus on if you had just 1 hour a day for self-growth? Share it in the comments. I'll read through them personally, and your answer may even inspire the next video on this channel. And if you haven't yet, subscribe right now. Because if you're serious about improving, you need a steady stream of tools, stories, and strategies. And that's what this channel is here to give you. Case study: the TikTok creator. Let's bring this into today's digital world. In 2024, a young woman named Leah started posting short motivational videos on TikTok. She committed to just 1 hour a day in scripting, recording, and editing. At first, no traction. But after 60 days, one of her videos went viral. Then another. Within a year, she had 500,000 followers and multiple brand deals. Her friends asked, "How did you do it?" She smiled and said, 1 hour a day. Lesson: consistency beats intensity. Cliffhanger: what's next? So far, we've uncovered why 1 hour a day is enough, the science of focus, the compounding effect, and real stories of transformation. But in part 2, we'll go deeper. We'll reveal the specific strategies for choosing the right activities for your hour, how to overcome procrastination, and how to use AI and digital tools in 2025 to multiply the impact of your hour. Because the next part will show you how to turn your 1 hour into unstoppable momentum. The secret of the right hour. Here's the truth. Not all hours are created equal. You can waste an hour scrolling, or you can use an hour to completely alter the course of your life. The difference is what you choose to put inside that hour. In this part, we're going to break down how to choose the right activities, how to beat procrastination, and how to use modern 2025 tools to multiply your results. before we start, hit like on this video. It's a small click, but it tells the algorithm and yourself, I'm serious about growth. Choosing the right hour, the 80-20 of progress. The biggest mistake people make is filling their hour with busy work instead of impact work. Michael, a marketing student, used his daily hour to study, but really he was rewatching the same lectures, highlighting textbooks, and pretending to be productive. No results. Then he switched to real impact tasks, running ads, testing campaigns, building a portfolio. In 6 months, he landed clients. Busy work wastes your hour. Impact work compounds it. Ask yourself daily, if I only had 1 hour today, what's the single task that would move me forward? That's where your hour goes. Beating procrastination. The 5-minute rule. Here's a hack. If you can't start your hour, commit to just 5 minutes. Jenny wanted to write a book, but every night she'd say, I don't feel like it. One day, she promised herself, I'll just write for 5 minutes. That 5 minutes turned into an hour. A year later, she had a finished manuscript. The hardest part isn't the hour itself, it's starting. When resistance shows up, tell yourself, just 5 minutes. Momentum will carry you the rest of the way. The energy window. Find your best hour. Your 1 hour should not be random, it should be during your peak energy window. Kevin tried using his hour at 10 p.m. after work. He was exhausted, distracted, and barely productive. Then he switched to 7 a.m. before the day's noise. The difference was night and day. He got more done in 1 morning hour than he had in 3 tired nights. Track your energy for a week. Morning person, do your hour early, night owl. Choose late evening. Protect that time ruthlessly. Multiplying your hour with AI tools. This is 20.5. If you're not using AI, you're moving slower than you should. Lena, a freelancer, wanted to build a blog. Instead of spending her hour fighting writer's block, she used AI tools to generate outlines and draft ideas. She still edited and refined, but AI cut her workload in half. Within 6 months, she had a profitable blog, powered by 1 hour a day. AI doesn't replace your effort. It multiplies it. Identify one AI tool relevant to your goal, ChatGPT, Midjourney, Notion AI, or whatever your field needs. Spend your hour mastering it. The distraction-free zone. Let's face it, 1 hour of half work is worthless. If your phone is buzzing, if you're toggling between apps, you're not working deeply. Rachel, a hybrid worker, decided her power hour would be distraction-free. She left her phone in another room, closed all tabs except the one she needed, and even put a sticky note on her door. Focus time, back later. For the first time in years, she felt the power of full attention when your hour begins. Eliminate every distraction. Phone on airplane mode, tabs closed, notifications off. Protect it like a sacred ritual. The rule of systems, not willpower. Willpower is unreliable. Systems are what save your hour. Sam wanted to exercise 1 hour a day, but he relied on feeling motivated. He failed half the time. Then he built a system. Gym clothes laid out the night before, gym bag by the door, workout playlist ready. Suddenly, his success rate skyrocketed. Systems beat excuses. Create a system that makes starting your hour automatic. Prepare tools, set reminders, design your environment. Case study. The side hustle designer in 2024, Anna was a full-time nurse. Exhausted with little free time. But she dreamed of starting a design business, so she gave herself 1 hour a day. She spent that hour building a portfolio, learning tools like Figma, and pitching small clients on Fiverr. By mid-2025, she had tripled her nursing income with her design side hustle. And it all started with 60 focused minutes a day. 1 hour changed her financial future. The momentum effect. Here's something magical. One focused hour creates momentum for the other 23. David, an introverted student, used 1 hour daily to practice public speaking with YouTube videos. That single hour gave him confidence that carried into the rest of his day, from interviews to networking. His 1 hour of courage spilled over into 23 hours of life. Don't underestimate the ripple effect. Your 1 hour will energize your entire day. Start today. Engagement break. Pause here. What would you focus on if you had exactly 1 hour tomorrow? Building a skill, health, wealth, or relationships? Type your answer in the comments. I'll read everyone, and if you haven't yet, subscribe now. Because this channel isn't just about listening, it's about building habits that last. The hour of elimination, saying no. Sometimes your 1 hour isn't about adding. It's about cutting what doesn't serve you. Julia realized her schedule was full of commitments she didn't care about, endless Zoom calls, favors she didn't need to do. By saying no to 1 extra meeting a day, she freed up her power hour for herself. Your life expands when you start saying no. Look at your week. Eliminate one thing that wastes your energy. Use that reclaimed time as your power hour. Cliffhanger. What's next? So far, you've learned how to choose the right activity, beat procrastination, find your energy window, and multiply your hour with AI. But in part 3, we're going to push further. We'll talk about how to use your hour to build resilience, how to create habits that last, and how to transform failure into fuel. Don't miss it. Subscribe now and drop a comment, because the next part is where your 1 hour becomes unshakable discipline. The hardest hour is tomorrow. Everyone loves the idea of 1 hour a day. It sounds simple, it sounds manageable, but here's the truth. The hardest hour is not today. It's tomorrow, and the next day, and the day after that. Starting is exciting. Continuing is discipline. And that's where most people fall. They light the fire once, but they never keep feeding it. In this part, we're going to learn how to make your 1 hour unshakable, how to turn a spark into a system, and how to turn your 1 hour into resilience, discipline, and unstoppable momentum. Before we dive in, hit like if you're still here at part 3. It shows you're committed, not casual. Resilience, turning setbacks into fuel. Here's a promise. You will fail. You will miss days. You will fall short. That's not weakness. That's reality. The difference between winners and quitters is what they do after failure. Ethan wanted to learn Spanish. He committed to 1 hour a day on Duolingo and conversation practice. But then came exams, then a breakup, then a move. He missed weeks. Instead of quitting, he reframed. He told himself, missing isn't failure. Staying down is. He came back. A year later, he was conversationally fluent. Lesson: resilience is not perfection, it's recovery. When you miss a day, don't double the guilt, just reset. Return the next day. The identity shift from trying to being habits stick when they shift from something you do to something you are. Lisa didn't say, I'm trying to read an hour a day. She said, I'm a reader. Tom didn't say, I'm learning to run. He said, I'm a runner. When you shift identity, discipline becomes natural. 1 hour isn't an effort. It's who you are. Write a statement. I am identity. For example, I am a creator, I am an athlete, I am an investor. Repeat it daily. The 30-day challenge. Want to lock in your 1-hour habit? Commit to 30 days. In 2024, a TikToker named James launched 30 Days of Focus. He filmed himself working 1 hour a day on music production. The videos went viral. By the end, not only had he built a habit, he had a portfolio of tracks, a growing audience, and proof of consistency. Lesson: public accountability strengthens discipline. Try your own 30-day challenge. Share it with friends or even online. Consistency is contagious. The environment. Rule: your willpower is weak. Your environment is strong. If your hour depends on raw discipline, you'll fail. If your environment supports it, you'll thrive. A student wanted to use his hour to study, but his desk was a mess, his phone was buzzing, his bed was tempting. No wonder he failed. Then he built a study corner, clean desk, lamp, noise-canceling headphones. Suddenly, focus was effortless. Lesson: shape your environment to make your hour automatic. Design your power hour space: a chair, a notebook, an app, a signal to your brain. This is where the work happens. Accountability partners. Humans are social. Alone, you'll give up. With others, you'll push through. Maya wanted to work out 1 hour a day. Alone, she skipped half the time. Then she joined a group chat with 3 friends. Every day they shared proof of their hour. That accountability kept her consistent. Lesson: when you want to quit, accountability keeps you moving. Find one person. Share your 1-hour goal. Check in daily. Failure reframed. The Michael Jordan principle. Michael Jordan once said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. I've failed over and over and over again, and that is why I succeed." Your 1 hour will include failures, projects that flop, skills that don't click, days you stumble. That's not wasted time. That's compound learning. Track your failures. Write them down. Then write the lesson. Each mistake is tuition paid for success. Case study: the YouTube creator who showed up daily. Emma wanted to start a YouTube channel in 2023. She promised herself 1 hour a day, every day. At first, nothing happened. 50 views, 100 views. She thought of quitting, but she stayed consistent. By 2025, she had over 100,000 subscribers, not because she was lucky, but because she gave 1 hour every day, even when it felt invisible. Consistency creates inevitability. The emotional dip around week 3 of your 1-hour habit, something dangerous happens. The dip. The initial excitement fades, results feel slow, and your brain whispers, "It's not working." Chris started meditating 1 hour a day. At first, he felt great. Then, nothing. He almost quit. But by month 2, his anxiety dropped. His focus sharpened, and his relationships improved. The breakthrough was hiding behind the dip. Lesson: the dip is where most people quit. Winners push through. Expect the dip. When it comes, don't panic. Smile and keep going. The compound identity. Every hour is not just practice, it's proof. Proof to yourself that you are the kind of person who shows up. Each hour compounds not just skills, but identity. Amira, a young lawyer, committed 1 hour a day to public speaking. Every day she showed up, her confidence grew. Not just as a speaker, but as a leader. By the time she had her first big trial, she wasn't nervous, she was ready. Lesson: your hour doesn't just change what you do, it changes who you are. Type in the comments, "I choose discipline." Declare it, because saying it out loud is the first step to making it real. And if this message resonates, subscribe now, because this channel is about discipline, resilience, and practical strategies, not a empty hype. The Resilience Toolkit. Let's add practical tools. 1. Anchor habit. Tie your 1 hour to something you already do daily. Example, right after brushing teeth, start your power hour. 2. Visual cue. Place a sticky note that says 1 hour on your laptop or desk. 3. Public share. Tell someone daily when you finish your hour. 4. Reward. Celebrate with a small treat or rest. Marcus used this toolkit to stick with guitar practice. He tied it to breakfast, shared clips with a friend, and rewarded himself with coffee afterward. 3 months later, he could play full songs. Cliffhanger. What's next? Now you know how to build resilience, discipline, and systems around your 1 hour. You've learned to push through the dip, embrace failure, and lock in your identity. But in Part 4, we'll go deeper. We'll explore how to use your 1 hour for wealth, for relationships, and for building a future that lasts. Don't miss it. Hit like if you're still here, subscribe if you haven't yet, because the next part will show you how to turn your 1 hour into legacy. The bigger picture. So far, we've talked about discipline, resilience, and systems. But here's the truth. 1 hour a day isn't just about self-growth in isolation. It's about shaping your entire life, your wealth, your relationships, your legacy. In this part, we'll explore how to use your 1 hour to transform not just yourself, but everything around you. Before we begin, hit that like button if you believe your life is worth building hour by hour. Wealth, the financial hour. Money doesn't manage itself, but most people spend more time scrolling TikTok than building financial literacy. 1 focused hour a day on money could change your entire future. In 2024, Jason, a 26-year-old, decided to spend 1 hour daily learning personal finance. He studied compound interest, budgeting apps, and investing through YouTube and books. By the end of the year, he had paid off half his debt and started an investment portfolio. By 2025, he wasn't stressed about money. He was building freedom. Dedicate 1 hour this week to money. Learn 1 new skill: budgeting, investing, or side hustles. Money compounds when knowledge compounds. Comment, financial freedom, if this is where you'll use your power hour. Relationships, the connection hour. Here's something most people overlook. You can use your hour to strengthen relationships. And in 2025, with hybrid work and digital overload, real connection is rare and priceless. Samantha worked remote and felt isolated. She decided to spend 1 hour every Friday connecting with someone meaningful. Sometimes it was dinner with her parents. Sometimes it was a long call with an old friend. Over time, that 1 hour made her relationships richer and her life happier. Lesson: relationships don't grow by accident. They grow by investment. Pick 1 person this week. Spend 1 focused, uninterrupted hour with them. No phones, no distractions, just presence. Health, the foundation hour. Your wealth and relationships mean nothing if you don't have the health to enjoy them. And in 2025, with stress, sitting jobs, and fast food everywhere, your body needs intentional care. Alex, a software engineer, was overweight and constantly tired. He gave 1 hour a day to fitness, alternating between gym, meal prep, and sleep improvement. Within 8 months, he reversed his prediabetes, lost 40 pounds, and felt younger than ever. Choose 1 health priority: exercise, nutrition, or sleep. Dedicate your daily hour to it. Your body will thank you. Share in the comments, what health habit would you build if you had one daily hour? The Networking Hour. Success in 2025 isn't just about what you know. It's about who you know. But networking doesn't mean fake smiles at events. It means real, strategic relationships. Diego, a young entrepreneur, spent 1 hour a day reaching out on LinkedIn. He wrote thoughtful comments, messaged potential mentors, and posted insights. Within 6 months, he had a network that landed him a dream partnership. Lesson: networking isn't luck, it's a habit. Spend 1 hour a week building genuine connections. Add value first. Opportunities will follow. The creative hour. We all have creativity inside us, but daily routines bury it. 1 hour a day can bring it back. Emma worked in finance, but always loved art. She dedicated 1 hour each evening to painting. By sharing her work on Instagram, she built an audience of 50,000 people. Eventually, she turned her art into a profitable side hustle. Lesson: creativity isn't frivolous, it's fuel. Choose a creative outlet: writing, music, art, or content creation. Dedicate one daily hour. Create, don't just consume. Legacy: the hour that outlives you. Here's the deepest truth. Your 1 hour a day isn't just for you. It's for the people who will come after you. Legacy is built one small habit at a time. Think of Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King Jr., or Malala. Their speeches, writings, and actions didn't come from random bursts. They came from hours of preparation, learning, and practice. Their 1 hours built legacies that still inspire. Ask yourself, what legacy do I want to leave? Use 1 hour daily to move closer to it. Engagement break share in the comments. If you had 1 hour a day for legacy, what would you build? And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. Because this channel is about more than ideas. It's about transformation, 1 hour at a time. Case study, the hour of purpose. Let's look at Malik. In 2023, he felt lost. He worked a job he hated and scrolled endlessly after work. But in 2024, he dedicated 1 hour daily to volunteering at a local youth center. That single hour lit him up. It gave him purpose. It connected him with mentors and eventually inspired him to start a nonprofit. 1 hour reshaped his entire identity. Lesson: purpose isn't found. It's built hour by hour. The secret of balance: rotate your hour. You don't have to choose just one area forever. You can rotate. Health one day, wealth the next, relationships on weekends, creativity when you need inspiration. Laura created a weekly rotation. Monday, gym. Tuesday, online course. Wednesday, networking. Thursday, writing. Friday, quality time with her partner. This rotation kept her balanced, energized, and growing in all areas. Design your own rotation, 3 to 5 priorities. Give each one its hour. Step 5. Rotate for balance. 1 hour doesn't mean one obsession. It means one focus per day. Rotate between health, wealth, relationships, and creativity. Ravi used Mondays for fitness, Tuesdays for coding, Wednesdays for relationships, Thursdays for writing, and Fridays for networking. That balance kept him sharp and prevented burnout. Create your rotation now. Decide where each day's hour will go. Step 6. Share your journey. When you share, you multiply accountability and inspire others. Naomi documented her daily 1 hour journey on TikTok. At first, just 20 followers. By month 6, 200,000 people were watching her progress. She didn't just grow herself. She created a movement. Share your 1 hour habit with a friend, a group, or even online. Inspire by doing. The ultimate case study, a year of hours. Imagine this. You take 1 year, just one, you commit to your hour daily. That's 365 hours, over 9 full work weeks. If you use it for fitness, you'll transform your body. If you use it for wealth, you'll create a side hustle, pay off debt, or master investing. If you use it for relationships, you'll rebuild trust, deepen love, or expand your network. If you use it for creativity, you'll finish a book, an album, or a business plan. Remember John, who learned coding 1 hour a day? Sarah, who built her TikTok channel in an hour a day? Lisa, who became fluent in Spanish with an hour a day? These aren't superheroes. They're people like you. 1 year from today, you'll either look back with regret or with pride. The future of focus in 2025. We live in an age where attention is currency. AI, endless content, constant noise. Everyone is fighting for your minutes. But here's the twist. The most valuable skill in 2025 is reclaiming your focus. 1 focused hour a day makes you unstoppable because most people can't focus for even 10 minutes. While the world drowns in distraction, you'll rise through attention. The 1 hour legacy. Your hour doesn't just build skills or wealth, it builds character. It builds the kind of person your future self will thank. Elderly marathon runners often say, "I don't regret the runs I did. I regret the ones I skipped." 10 years from now, you'll never regret the hours you spent investing in yourself. You'll only regret the ones you wasted. Think of your future self. Every time you sit down for your hour, imagine them saying, "Thank you." Engagement. Break. Share in the comments. If you had to choose one area, health, wealth, relationships, or creativity, where will you spend your first year of hours? And subscribe right now, because this community is about more than watching videos. It's about action, consistency, and transformation. Motivational climax. The final push. Let's bring this home. 1 hour a day is not a burden. It's a gift. A gift to your health, your wealth, your relationships, your legacy. Stop telling yourself you don't have time. You do. You're just giving it away to the wrong things. Reclaim 1 hour. Just one. And here's the guarantee. If you do it daily, you will not recognize yourself a year from now. Your confidence will rise. Your skills will grow. Your world will expand. So make the choice today. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for perfect timing. Take 1 hour. Begin now. Comment below something. Hit like if you're ready to reclaim your time. Subscribe so you don't miss the next audiobook that will keep you growing. Because your future isn't built in years. It's built in hours. And 1 hour a day is enough.